Well, today you join me at the Saxon Church, as it's known as, in Bradford on Avon, is the Church of St. Laurence. This is truly an old building. Built around the year 1000, give or take a year or two either side, it makes it extremely old, one of the oldest buildings that you will find in the United Kingdom. Back in 1125, an historian of the day, William of Malmesbury, he described a little church dedicated to the Blessed Laurence. That is this very church. In the year 1850 it was long out of use. It had been divided up and embedded in later buildings. The vicar of Bradford on Avon at that time, Canon William Henry Jones, he noticed this building amongst all this clutter around it and identified it as the very church mentioned by William. He realised it needed saving. Before this time, in 1850, when this was noticed, it had been used for many purposes. Outside in the garden, the Roman sarcophagus is nothing to do with the church itself. It is Roman, it predates. The church had been placed here for whatever reason at some point in the past. Back in the day it had been used as a skull house, sometimes known as a charnel house, where bones that had been removed from the church opposite, Holy Trinity, they'd been removed from its graveyard and were stored in this little chapel. In 1712 it became the Free Grammar School, and the Master's House was built in place of the South Porticus. You can still see the outline of that house on the side of the building today as you approach it from the south. That house was demolished in 1880 and two massive buttresses were built. In 1933 those buttresses were replaced with the smaller ones that you can see today. The areas that look like blocked up windows are actually blind arcades. They're just an architectural facade really, and those pillars do not support any weight above. Let's take a look around the back of the church. There's not too much to see here, but we'll give you the full tour before we make our way inside through the front door. Inside the church we'll take a look at the altar, which has some carved stones in it which came from the church across the road, and they are from the 8th century. And we can also see some carvings, an old font, and of course they've got some chairs in for people to sit down for the occasional service that's held here. It is amazing that this has survived, because so many buildings over the years have been demolished in England from this time period, and this is a true survivor, having lasted over 1,000 years now. The black marks you can see on the stone wall coming up now have been created when this was the kitchen for the grammar school. Thank you for joining me. Before you leave today, make sure, if you're not a subscriber yet, you do subscribe. It really helps the channel to grow. Give the video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, and by all means please leave a comment. It's always good to hear from anyone that's watched the videos, just to share your thoughts about what you see. So thank you very much indeed. If you want to become a channel member as well, click the join button and we can visit even more places for you to see in the future. Take care. We'll see you soon.